Sixsmith, I do hope you'll find it in your heart to forgive me. I hated leaving you like that. It wasn't the goodbye I had in mind. But you more than anyone understand the precariousness of my present predicament. I'm sure you'd remind me I brought it all upon myself, Sixsmith, but shrug off that middle-class chip on your shoulder and try to stick with me a little bit longer. This time it's going to be different. I swear to you, this time I have a plan. In the Belgian backwaters, there lives a reclusive English composer named Vivian Ayres. You won't have heard of him because you're a musical oaf, but he's one of the greats. He hasn't produced any new work since the early 20s due to illness, but the Times review of last week's performance of his secular Magnificat referred to a drawer full of unfinished works. I know, Sixsmith, you groan and shake your head, but you smile too, which is why I love you. P.S. Thanks for the waistcoat. I needed something of yours to keep me warm. Sixsmith, received your post yesterday. Really, old boy, your concern couldn't be more misplaced. Did I not tell you I had a plan? Is it not miraculous how one's fortune can turn so quickly, so completely? One moment, leaping from a hotel window, the next gainfully employed by one of the world's greatest living composers. Ayres is one of the few composers I want my own creativity informed by. Musicologically, he is heinous-headed. Watching him use counterpoint and mixed colors is exhilarating, but not nearly as much as when he stops to ask my opinion. More than a few of my suggestions have been incorporated. Quite sobering. Mark my words, Sixsmith, people in the future will be studying this music. P.S. Got hooked into a journal written by a dying lawyer on a voyage from the Pacific Isle to San Francisco around the time of the gold rush. The author, Adam Ewing, puts me in mind of Melville's bumbler Captain Delano. Blind to all conspirators, he has a friend, a trusty Dr. Goose, who he hasn't spotted his obviously a vampire fueling his hypochondria in order to poison him for his money. To my great annoyance, the pages cease mid-sentence. Half the book is missing. Searched high and low, no luck. It's completely killing me. Could you be a mensch and when you're next foraging at the Otto's books, make an inquiry? A half-finished book is, after all, a half-finished love affair. My dear Sixsmith, how I wish you were here with me now. Today, Ayres and I presented our first collaboration, a short tone poem called Der Totenvogel, to Tadeusz Augustowski, Ayres' favorite conductor. It's an intriguing animal. It borrows resonances from Wagner's Ring, then disintegrates the theme into a Stravinsky nightmare policed by Sevilian rates. Horrible, delectable, wish you could hear it. It's the most accomplished tone poem I know of written since the war, and I tell you, Sixsmith, that more than a few of its best ideas are mine. Suppose an amanuensis must reconcile himself to renouncing his share of authorship, though Vivian recently referred to our work as a partnership. At that moment, Sixsmith, when he looked at me, I saw something in his ice-blue eyes, something beneath all the years in the illness, something familiar. The following morning, I pushed his chair down the monk's walk. Autumn leaves gusted around in urgent spirals as if Vivian was the sorcerer and I was his apprentice. He unveiled his concept for a new piece based on his beloved Nietzsche's Eternal Recurrence. Wants my services for another year. Told him I would think about it. Obviously upset him that I didn't give him a breathly yes on the spot. I want the old bugger to admit that he needs me. P.S. Best news of all, I've started my own work. I told Ayres I would sleep on his proposal. Of course I lied. Two things became clear. Hanging myself from Zegelham's flagpole was preferable to letting that parasitic plunder my talents a day longer, and I must complete my sextet. I can't do it here, so tonight I plan to make my escape. It will end in tears. You warned me. I suppose I'm as hopeless as Adam Ewing, oblivious to all the unspeakable forms lying in wait for us round history's corner. Curiously heavy things, Guns. Why did I take it exactly? Can't say. An intuition, a sense of significance, that from this point on, there was no going back. Sixsmith, don't worry, all is well. All is so perfectly, damnably well. Wish I could make you see this brightness. I climb the steps of the Bruges Tower every morning, and all becomes clear. All boundaries are conventions waiting to be transcended. At moments like this, I can feel your heart beating as clearly as I feel my own, and I know that separation is an illusion. My life extends far beyond the limitations of me. Ayers has the dogs after me. The bullet passed through, killing little more than his appetite, yet he's out for blood. We'll have to pay the piper eventually, but not now. Now all I want is the quiet room where I can finish my sextet. Unable to eat or sleep, like Ewing, the normal coil has become a noose. Don't come looking for me, Sixsmith. You can't save me. I know that my entire life has been leading to this point, and I am grateful. It's done. Finished. In a frenzy that reminded me of our last night in Cambridge. Please take care of it. Keep it away from my family. The truth is, it is an incomparable creation. Could never write anything near as good. Now, I'm a spent firework, but at least I've been a firework. Watched my final sunrise, enjoyed a last cigarette, didn't think the view could be any more perfect until I saw that beat-up trilby. Honestly, Sixsmith, as ridiculous as that thing makes you look, I don't believe I've ever seen something more beautiful. Thank you, my friend, for being the one person on this earth that will actually miss old Robert Frobisher. I can't tell you what that means to me. Watched you for as long as I dared. I don't believe it was a fluke that I saw you first. The world's a shadow theater, an opera, and such things are writ large in this libretto. Don't be too cross at my role. You're a brilliant physicist, but you couldn't understand, no matter how much I explained. I believe we do not stay dead long. As soon as my Luger lets me go, my birth, next time round, will be on me in a heartbeat. There is another world waiting for us, Sixsmith. A better world, and I'll be waiting for you there. Find me beneath the Corsican stars where we first kissed. Yours eternally, RF. Thank you.